Hello everybody, this is Petey and welcome to my playthrough of Skylanders. Actually, this is Skylanders Giants. So as you can see, my son and I have been playing Skylanders. We finished the game, we've got all the little extra stuff to do. But since he's in bed, I'm going to go ahead and actually start a new game. And I'm going to play on Nightmare. I've not tried Nightmare. I've gone ahead and picked a lineup of figurines I want to use for this. So we are going to get our little intro movie here. But the lineup today that I'm going to be trying to use, let me see, we're going to be using, well, let's start off with Double Trouble. This is a Series 1 Double Trouble. For our Giant, I'm going to pick Swarm today. For Water, I'm going to go with Series 2 Gil Grunt. Ghost Roaster for Undead. Life will be Camel, because I haven't tried that one yet. I'm actually going to play with 4 Light Core figurines, and they're going to be the other elements. So I'm going to use Drobot for Tech. Of course, these are all Series 2 because Light Core is only available in Series 2. I'm going to use Jetpack for Air. I know he's the same as Swarm, but I always like to have at least one Giant in my setup. And I'm also going to use Eruptor for Fire. And then for Earth, I'll go ahead and use Prison Break. Now, there's one more Light Core out there that I don't have, and that's Shroom Boom. We just haven't got around to picking him up yet. We'll have to hit the stores and see if he's available around here yet. He should be, but when I go ahead and pick him up, I'll actually have Earth covered for Light Core as well. Of course, I just dropped my little figurine here, so I'll pick him up. Alright, so Skylanders. My son's been seeing this game for about a year. I guess he's been subjected to the advertising in the store. And he's been wanting these figurines for a while. He didn't know anything about the game. He's only 3. He didn't really care about the game. But he's been wanting the figurines. So I broke down a little before Christmas. I don't know, about a week or so before Christmas. And I actually bought him a couple of figurines. Then, of course, I started actually looking at the game because, well, you know, it's a video game. And, of course, I'm going to be looking at it. So after looking at it, I decided I wanted the game, at least to check it out. It seemed like a pretty cool game. The best quote I found for the game is that it's Diablo for kids. And that's pretty much true. There's no inventory. Well, you do get hats in the game, and you'll see that as we play through the different type of hats you get. And the hats have different stats attached to them, and of course, you get buffs from them. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be Skylanders. We'll keep playing through. There's only 16 chapters in this actual version of the game, which is Giants. In the previous one, I believe there was 22, but there are 4 bonus levels you can pick up with the expansion packs, and I do have them, so I probably will add them at least a little bit later on. For now, I'm just playing a Nightmare. Just want to see what it's like. I expect I'm going to die quite a bit, especially with these figurines I picked up, because most of them are pretty low level. But that's fine. Like I said, I'm starting off with Double Trouble, and it's not a character I play a lot of. I don't really like him. My son has been playing him a bit. He does seem to farm a lot of money, so I had a lot of money to start off with. So I did upgrade all of our characters as much as I could before coming into Nightmare, because it's going to be more expensive in Nightmare because we don't have all the discounts. But let's just go ahead and we'll play through this and see what happens. So how many people out there actually watching have actually tried Skylanders, or at least know about Skylanders? It's everywhere now. It's on mobile devices, it's on all the consoles, it's on the Wii U, and of course, you know, looking back, knowing that I was going to be getting a Wii U around Christmas, I probably should have waited to get Skylanders for the Wii U itself. We're going to be playing it on the PlayStation today. Which is fine, because I actually enjoy playing it on the PlayStation. My son's very accustomed to the controller for the PlayStation. And the Wii U, I like the Wii U. There's something about it I just really like. Haven't really figured it out. Maybe it is the touchscreen, being able to interact with that medium of being able to interact with your game. I really like that, as opposed to always having joysticks, controllers, buttons, and stuff like that. But I don't have a whole lot of games for the Wii U yet, so we'll see. Let me know if there's actually any game you want reviewed on the Wii U. I'll probably pick that up and check it out if it's something that I myself am interested in. But anyway, yeah, it looks like the game's starting here. We got the opening intro done. And it looks like we're going to be starting level 1. Now, like I said, I have not played Nightmare before, so I assume it's going to be like most games where they just up the difficulty, as in the enemies you're going to be fighting are going to hit harder and have more health. No, that's fine. That's pretty much what I'm expecting. So, because we had the big cutscene at the beginning, this video is going to probably be a little longer than expected. Then again, you know, I might go through all of our figurines. Hopefully not. I think we have 52 different characters. We're actually missing 2. We have 52 figurines. We're missing 2 characters. We don't have... Oh, let me see. I'm going to actually switch right at the start here. And we're going to go ahead and put our giant on. Swarm. Swarm. But like I was saying, we're missing 2 characters. We're missing Voodoo and the green troll guy. Boomer? Ooh, money. So when we do actually go and get those, we'll have all the characters. There we go. We got a winged sapphire, and we'll see here. This gives us a 2% discount on all of our upgrades. It doesn't actually tell you that. It's going to tell us about a little bit later on. But yeah, we have about, probably 20 or so right now in our game. In our other game. So we're getting about a 40% discount, which is, you know, huge for upgrading your skills. But money and experience in this game, as far as leveling your character goes, not that hard. So with Skylanders, how does it work? Well, you have this little portal of power, which is an actual physical device you put beside your game here. I want that. There we go. And you put these little figurines on it. And these little figurines basically come to life in-game and do things for you. Well, you actually play them, is, you know, how it works. And as you're going along, you can go ahead and level these things. And, you know, go ahead and save everything off to the figurine itself, which I think is really cool. I really like the marketing behind it. The fact that you level up your figurine, everything stores to the figurine, and then just upgrade to that attack. Everything stores to the figurine itself, and then say you go over to your buddy's place and you want to do a little PvP against each other, you can just like whip your figurines out and actually play them with your own figurines, your own customized paths. As soon as I'm done pushing this turtle, I'll show you quickly what I mean by the paths. So we'll go ahead, I'm going to hit the select button here on the PlayStation, which is going to bring up my Skylander info. And we'll see the stats here. You have, you know, typical stats, heroics or quests you can do. And when you do a heroic, you get, you know, maybe a little extra speed, a little extra armor, depending on the heroic. Looks like we got 55 minutes played on this character. That can't be right. Then again, my son does tend to stand around a lot. But anyway, yeah, we probably have no hats to start off with. This is what I was talking about with equipment. I'm not sure how many hats there actually are. I guess if someone really wanted to count across here and multiply by 3 and subtract 1, you figure it out. But yeah, when you put these hats on, they give you, just buff to your stats. Quests. As you complete quests for your character, there's like every character has a certain series of quests, and they're pretty much all the same. You know, defeat 10 enemies with 1 magic bomb attack. So they all have these quests, and when you complete them, you just unlock certain things. But here are the upgrades. Here are the skills I was talking about. So you start off with your first 2. And of course, you know, I'm on the PlayStation, so this accident, shoot this little beam out. I don't really like it. We get these exploding doubles. It's basically these little guys that pop up behind me. And here's one that actually increases it. Now you really don't get a whole lot of choice up to the first split. You just keep taking all of these. So my doubles increase damage. Here one that summons a magic bomb. And here I can have 3. Then when you get here, you can actually choose what path you want to take. And I haven't really played Double Trouble that much, but I'm thinking I'm going to be taking these doubles. And then, of course, after you're done your split, you have another skill. And depending on the character, sometimes there's even more skills after that. Usually require a soul gem to get them, but that's what I was talking about there. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go get this treasure. On every level, there's, I think, 4 treasure chests and 2 hats, except for the first level, which I believe has a couple extra hats, possibly. I don't recall exactly how many hats they have, but you'll see after we're done the actual mission on the status screen. It'll tell you, what you still have left to do to get 3 stars basically on this level. And when you get 3 stars on a level, I should get my doubles out. When you get 3 stars on a level, it's just basically saying, you've done everything on this level possible, and you've done it under the time limit they've set for it. Okay, so we're going to be fighting some bone choppies. Come on. Let's start off with this. Boom. I did pick Nightmare, right? I did not expect to take him out in one shot. Who knows? Maybe Double Trouble will turn out to be a beast. I was going to start off with Ghost Roaster. Let me know if there's actually any character you want to see played. Like I said, we have all of them but Boomer and Voodoo, so I can at least put them on in some form or another. I don't have every variation of them. I don't plan on getting every variation of them either, but I at least want to make sure I get every character. Now, some characters we do have a lot of, like Happy Trigger. When we first picked it up, we picked up the legendary Happy Trigger because we were at Toys R Us. We've seen it, so we thought we'd go ahead and pick it up. But then we ended up picking, my son said he wanted the red one, so I ended up picking up one that had the 2 guns. It was, we picked up Spiral's, it's like a Spiral's Adventure, the first game in the series. And that comes with Happy Trigger with 2 guns. And of course he was all, like, oh no, I wanted the one with the big gun, which is the Series 2.
I see something.
So, yeah, I had to go back and get that. So now we have 3 Happy Triggers, but I guess it's Trigger Happy. I keep calling them Happy Trigger. Now, I am going to need a giant for this part, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch now. And for this video, I'm going to be using Swarm, like I said before. My son really likes Tree Rex, and he's maxed Tree Rex out. He's level 15, has all his skills. So I've decided to pick one that we haven't actually maxed out yet. Yeah. Okay. Oops, I clicked through there. Basically, he just tells you there's a secret with giants, and you can jump off ledges here and break stuff. And you'll always have this symbol here on the ground to let you know when you can do it. And you'll see down below all the cracks. But before I do that, I'm going to go over here and get this treasure chest. And we'll just throw. And we'll go ahead. Grab this treasure. Yeehaw, monies. Monies. Alright. And giants don't actually have to attack a lot of stuff. They can usually get by with just walking over the obstacles. Now, I actually really do like this character. Talk to him. In general, I'm not overly enthralled by the giants themselves. They're pretty cool. I'd say Crusher right now is my favorite. He is slow, but man, can he really take some damage. Maybe we'll play him in the next play session for the next level. But anyway, so I've gone through, I picked up the story scroll, and story scrolls just kind of give you a hint what's going on in this particular scene, or some sort of lore. They're pretty cool. If you get all of them, you get a little accolade at the end. And if you're really into completing the game, as in doing all 100% of everything, you'll want to be getting all of them. There's one in each level. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Now, I don't think there's anything else down here. I'm going to start flying around. Now, even though it looks like he flies, he's not really flying. It's like a hover. There's no jump in this game, which is one of the things a lot of people complain about. That doesn't really bother me. Diablo didn't have jump either. And it seems to be doing fine. Now, after I'm done opening this chest, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to... let's actually try someone different. I'm going to try Ghost Roaster. So you'll notice when you summon these characters, they have different symbols beside their names. And it's the element of the character. And there's 8 elements in Skylanders. And Ghost Roaster is an undead element. I like him. It's one of the new ones we just picked up. He came with the... I keep calling it an expansion pack, but it's not an expansion pack. It's called an adventure pack, which is a little item that adds another level onto your game for you. And usually has a few items in the game, which I never even thought of I could have actually added to. my little list here of stuff I wanted to play with today. We don't use them enough. But then again on the... Whoa, 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 they really do hit hard. I don't want to die. So let's see what happens here. We got them all. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I know I have food coming up. I do want to run around and pick up all this money. I'm not sure if you actually get more money on Nightmare as well. I would assume you don't. Like I said, I assume the game is just the mobs hit harder and have more health. You know, which is fine. You know, I've pretty much become accustomed to that over the years. But let me see. This is basically a tutorial level. It's going to show you how to do everything. Now there is a secret on this part. You can get these, what's called the Lockitron Wheel. And I'm going to actually go ahead and get it on this level. And wait till I get that food though. There we go. Let's just smash this stuff on here. But yeah, in order to get it, you have to jump in that chompy pit and do the chompy pit 3 times. So I've done it once. I can use a giant. I'm going to go ahead and remove this rock out of my way. And I'm trying to decide who I want to use. Maybe we'll stick with the wasp for now. I keep calling him wasp. He's actually swarm. But yeah, you jump in, you notice those walls go back up, and then here we go. The attack begins. Try this attack out. It's one of the ones I don't use all that often. Like I said, my son plays this a fair amount. And this actually is not too bad, but this is the first level. Come on, jump out onto me. Come on. Yeah, so basically I just turn into a bunch of bees and sting everything that comes near me. Make sure you pick up your experience. And we'll fly over and bounce up. Bounce up. Get this. And let's go do it again. And this time when I do it, there should be a little wheel. Oh, I see it. There should be a little wheel after those doors open. And you pick it up, and it's your first Lockitron Wheel. Now, the Lockitron Wheel, you end up with the machine. I think it's after Chapter 2. We'll have to see as we play through. You get to put up to 4 wheels into it. You have to get these light bulbs, which you discover throughout the game. Each light bulb gets you the ability to put 1 more wheel in. And the wheels add certain things while you play. For instance, this blue one I believe is power. Oh, no, the blue one was experience. So once I get the Lockitron system, when I put that wheel in it, I get a little bit of extra experience per kill. Now, I was originally running 3 experience ones, but I've switched over to the wealth ones, the yellow ones, simply because it's pretty easy to level in this game, but there's always so much to spend money on. Yeah, for me, it just feels like I never have enough money. Actually, let's go back. Before I do that, let's go ahead, put the wasp back on. The wasp, there we go. Put swarm back on. These here are called elemental gates, and the way they work is they tell you the symbol you need to get by it, and it shows it on the ground there. So as we can see, we have the green leafy symbol, which is life. So you have to pick a character that corresponds with that. And of course the game comes with a little chart with all the characters on it, and it tells you, you know, what character belongs to what element. So I'm going to go ahead and put Camel on. And they are life, so when they step into that circle, at least close to it, everything will disappear. Yay. This is actually my first time with Camo as well, so this is actually pretty cool. So let me see, we got a root runner. I'm going to try to use a light core to take him out. So I'm going to get close, pull him off, and let's go with the Eruptor. Now the cool thing about light cores is they have an AoE when they come into game, and they just do a ton of damage to everything around. So let's see how that worked. That was pretty cool. It didn't kill him. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do to... Some characters can shoot upwards, like up onto another tier. I don't think there's anything I can actually do to kill it, that plant, except running through all my light cores to do AoE damage. I'm not going to bother doing that. Maybe I should have picked someone that does run faster though. This is Gil Grunt I'll be using. He's a water element. Let's see. Let's go up here. Hurry up. Go get my fancy hat. Shoot that thing back there. And here we go. I'm going to be getting my first hat. I don't remember what it was. I keep losing it somehow. And ta-da! It's not ringing a bell. The Flower Fairy hat. So I'm getting a +2 speed if I put it on. And when you find a hat, all of your characters can put that on if they want. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, give myself a +2 speed. And to be honest, I'm not recalling that hat from the single player game, but I know we did that box, so we must have it. So, I don't know, we'll check it out. Of course, a really easy way to level, I guess, would just be to sit here. And I guess I really shouldn't have jumped down. So I'm going to go over here. And I'm just going to head out, and I'm trying to think what we're going to be fighting next. I believe we got to make our way to the center. Big looming guy in the center there. We have to get to him. So the game is actually really beautiful. I like, you know, the aesthetics of the game. Here we go, another cutscene. There's a lot of cutscenes. Some of them are actually pretty long, especially the videos you get as the story progresses. If we actually go this way, we need an air. So I'm going to go ahead and actually switch over to an air. And the only other air I have is Lightback, and I don't, well, not Lightback, sorry, Jetback, and I do not want to use him yet because he is a light core, and I do not want to waste his AoE. I want to wait till I actually need it. Then again, this has actually been a lot easier than I thought. When I'm encoding the video, I'll have to take a look to make sure that I did pick the harder level, the Nightmare level. So I did expect it to be harder than this, but it is the first level. We'll see. Up. There we go. Maybe I'll start flying a bit. Flying does give me a bit more of a speed boost. I assume I'm going to take more damage from traps. Alright, so there we go. We got to the second hat. Let's see if I recognize this, because it would be interesting to see if you actually do get different hats on the different levels. Okay, I remember that one. Our regular Jetback is wearing the turb. And you see this one here gives you a +5 armor. Now at the beginning, I don't want to wear it. No. I'm already wearing a hat. I guess you can't really see it. It's that flashing light. Forget which one that is. So apparently those actually carry over from game to game as well. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a faster character. Let me see. Let's go back to... I don't have anyone with a speed buff. I guess I should have picked one. Well, Drillbot has one, but again, he's another light core, which I want to save. I have used Eruptor's light core effect, and you can use these once per level, per character. So I guess I could actually play with him. There we go. I think I actually will do that. There's just something about this guy. I just don't like him. But I'm sure that'll change. A lot of characters, you just have to get used to their playstyle. When I first started playing, I was playing Zouk, and I did not like him. But he's by far my favorite character now, so I'm just gotta go ahead and take that out. Of course, that's gonna make him a little upset, which is fine. I'm not here to make anyone happy.
You have trespassed on the site of our glorious temple.
Alright, so let's go ahead, listen to this guy talk to us, and then go get those barrels, because we need monies. So here we go. Boom. Now, I know a lot of people like this character. I just haven't played him a whole lot. He's not that slow. I thought he'd be slower. He's not. I'm not going to complain. Here's a little small box puzzle. That's one of the things I actually really like about this game with playing with my son, is I usually let him do all the puzzles. I just love watching what he comes out with. Okay. Keep my pay, I guess, a bit. My attacks do seem to knock back. Alright. Let me see, this guy's level 2, so I want to make sure I keep getting all the experience. Don't need the food. I can probably get it on another character, but I actually want to see what upgrades I already have on this one. Probably not a lot. So here are the first two you start with. I've not got that one. I have got the one that leaves a pool behind. Okay, so I have picked a few up. We'll go ahead, might as well get this, right? These barrels, get a bit of money, don't need the food. Let's go over here. There we go, the second one's down. And we're almost done. This is actually the boss for the level. And I'm assuming just because it is the tutorial. Oh, he just killed that little gopher thing. Now I'm assuming because this is the tutorial level, it's just easier. I wasn't sure that was going to play out. Oh, they do hit a lot harder.
Your attempt to destroy me is completely unauthorized.
Careful here, as I don't want to die. So there we go. I'm trying to think if I want to switch to someone with more health. Now, some of my actual favorite Skylanders, I really like Paraffin as well. I use him quite a bit. I do not have him maxed. The thing I like about him is he's well, Landshark is how I refer to him. And he can burrow under the ground. And when he's under the ground, he basically doesn't take any damage. You can use him to get through a lot of traps, which we'll see in later levels. That would just absolutely crush certain other characters, but because he can just burrow under the ground and go through it, it makes things so much easier. And when I first started playing, I was like, wow, this guy, he's broken, but as I started leveling up other characters, I found that a lot of them have these little special abilities. It's very strategic. You can go ahead and change the way you play from lineup to lineup. Now here I just grabbed a bunch of characters that I haven't actually played so much so far, and well, that's the ones I'm playing with. So as we see here, this is what you get at the end of each level. I did not find the soul gem. I guess I was too busy talking and missed it. But I got 1 star here. I achieved those objectives. I missed an area. Can't remember off the top of my head. I'll probably see when I'm going through. And as you can see, if you rush through, if you have a fast character, maybe something like a stealth elf or something like that, you can whip through and get it under 420. You'll get that checked. And I missed the soul gem. I can't believe I missed that. But anyway, yeah, the legendary treasure, I missed that too. I should have been able to get all of them on this pretty easily. And there was actually 3 hats in this level. So yeah, that one area I missed, I'll have to come back, replay it to make sure I get my 3 stars. But anyway, that's it. Let's go ahead. We'll end this. We'll head off to our boat. We're going to get a little story here from Eon.
That was only the beginning of a great
and
battle.
I guess I can start cleaning up my figurines.
Had already spread far
So what do you think of Skylanders? It looks pretty simple. It does get a lot harder as far as when they start adding in the puzzles. They have a couple mini games as well. One of them is Sky Stones, which is kind of Othello-ish type game. We'll be seeing it, I believe it's introduced in Chapter 3. So we've got a little bit to go before we actually get there. We're seeing a movie here of the actual giants. There's all 8 giants there that you get to play. Now there's only 5 of them out right now. The ones to be released at the time of this recording are Ninjini, which is Sheet Magic. I'm looking at my little poster here. We have Eyebrow, which is Undead. And we have, what's the other one? We have Thumpback, which is Water. Now my son really wants an Eyebrow. And Wave 3 just came out of the Series 2, and we were really hoping to snag a giant for Christmas for him, but it did not happen. Really the only thing that came out that we didn't have in that wave, we didn't have a lightning rod, so we got to pick one of those up. And again, the light core shroom boom, which we still have not picked up yet. We'll get there. Oh wow, here they go, shutting down. The graphics in this game are pretty good. I've seen the first one, and the graphics are definitely better in this one. There's just more polish to them. Gameplay is pretty much the exact same. So if you're only going to get one and you're not sure which one to get, I would go ahead and get the second one, because all the figurines from the first one do work in the second game. I don't think there's actually any limitations whatsoever. There might be a little bit difference in powers as far as the soul gems you can pick up. When maybe next run through we'll actually pick a soul gem up and you'll actually see what it is. But yeah, I'd go ahead and actually get Giants over Spyro's Adventure if you could only get one. If you get them both, great. I'd go ahead and get the first one, play through it, and then go ahead and get the second one and just keep playing your characters. Now in the first one, your characters or your figurines can go up to level 10, and in the second one they've upped that to level 15. And like I said, everything saves to your actual figurine, so you can take this figurine from game to game. So that's pretty cool. Anything, as you see, is I had a hat still on my my swarm, so apparently it carries over as well, which is cool. Another cutscene. You do get quite a few of these at the beginning of the game. They get more spaced out as you go along, but it's pretty comical. A lot of these characters apparently are from the first one. I haven't finished the first game yet. My wife is currently playing that with my son, and I'm doing, well, the second one with my son, so he's getting both of them. My wife and I are just getting one each, which is fine. So for the people out there that actually do play Skylanders, what is your favorite element? Who's your favorite Skylander? Are there any particular maybe items that you like? So far, I like the treasure chest. I guess I should have put that on. The treasure chest came with a Pirate Seas one. And basically when you're running around, you can actually find hidden treasure in the game when you get close to it. And I believe there's one per level. And it's just an extra treasure chest, just a little bit more money. Usually I have that on when I'm doing my stuff, but today I did not. Oh, and I can't forget about the sidekicks we picked up. We were kind of hoping when we first picked these sidekicks up that they did something in the game, but they're just cosmetic pets. They just follow you around. Sometimes they'll fall off a cliff and then reappear. They make little squeaky voice sounds. They're cute. They actually are comical. But when you have them on there, I can't put items on there, so if I have a choice between running around with a little sidekick making squeaky noises behind me or something like the treasure chest that's going to help me find that hidden treasure, I'd rather have the treasure chest. And of course there's other things too. There's these swords. You put it on, they last about, I don't know, 45 seconds, maybe a minute at most, and they'll just fight along with you. In the next video I'll go ahead and actually use some of these items so you can actually see what they look like.
Maybe even love.
But yeah, there's quite a few of them. You get 2 per expansion pack. Or, sorry, expansion pack. There I go again. Per adventure pack. Now, the Series 2 adventure packs only seem to have the 1. And they don't actually add a level. So the first wave that came out, well, the first one that came out, was the Dragonfire Cannon. And it's a pretty cool in game. I guess I should have used it. But, yeah, the Dragonfire Cannon. And the second one's coming out this month, I believe middle of January, and it's a catapult. So we'll see if that actually does it. I think I haven't actually bothered looking it up. But here we go. We've just got into Chapter 2, and this is actually where I'm going to end it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.